I'm Matthew Barth, and for my topic for this chemistry capstone, I'm doing vaping, and we're going to be talking about the how the health risks of vaping compare to that of cigarettes. So I just want to kind of give some background information on cigarettes versus vapes, what they are, how they're used, and things like that. Although I'm sure many already know, smoking a cigarette is a form of using tobacco in which the contents are wrapped in paper and then lit with a lighter. Cigarettes burn or combust tobacco, and from there, the user inhales the contents from the cigarette and exhales smoke. Pretty basic, pretty general knowledge, to be honest. Um, so now, vaping or e-cigarettes, they actually heat a solution that often contain nicotine into a vapor, which is then inhaled into the lungs by the user. And it is important to note this because a lot of people turn to vapes because they think that it doesn't contain nicotine, but it's very important to recognize that it does, especially with what we're going to talk about in a little bit with the effects. Some also describe this vapor as being quote unquote basically just water vapor. However, again, it is important to understand that this is not the case. You should be very aware that the vapor is actually an aerosol that can contain very harmful contents. So, nicotine is kind of the main focal point of my project here, to be honest, and I just want to make sure people understand the effects of nicotine. So, to the left, I have just a little list of from the CDC. It's very addictive and toxic. It can raise your blood pressure as well as spike your adrenaline, which will increase your heart rate. And in doing so, it'll obviously lead to a higher chance of you having a heart attack. To the right, we have a much more in-depth chart of the side effects of nicotine. We have, how it affects the hormones and the muscles and the lungs, the heart. But we also, this is for a female. So you see in the lower right how during pregnancy it can give risks to the child later in life. Now, for men, it can also cause them to be infertile. So nicotine has that effect on them. So you can pause this, and this is the end of the video. I just wanted to give you guys some insight on that and keep it in mind as you listen to the rest of the presentation.